Cruz coming with that right hand.
And again, Cruz maybe has a speed advantage. That's what he showed us early.
Now, one thing that Boziana said to me this week, he said, we've got game plans, but we want to see how Raymond Murallta comes out first. They want to see if he's trying to box more, if he comes out aggressive, trying to apply pressure. That's what we're going to decide which of our game plans to implement.
Cruz looked so comfortable all week long. And we said, hey, what was the last time you were this maybe nervous or anxious? And he said it was probably the night before my Olympic gold medal final.
And Cruz is doing good with that jab right now, taking it upstairs and downstairs. Now, that's something that Murallta does really well, but right now, he's not able to get off on his punches because Cruz can't stay in front of him too long. That's a tactic that Cruz is going to continue wanting to do here, not letting the stronger fighter plant his feet.
Nice uppercuts there from Murallta.
That pressure is going to be all night, steady pressure by Murallta. And of course, you're going to see Cruz on the back foot, not letting Murallta break that range. That jab's going to control everything for Cruz on the outside, and of course the footwork on the perimeter of the ring.
You can see the physiques of these fighters is very different. Murallta, very thick 135-pounder. He began his career fighting in the 140s, worked his way down to 135 pounds. Andy Cruz, a light 135. This team has talked about the ability to drop to 130 if they have to.
Good opening round here for Andy Cruz. Murallta landed some uppercuts.
Good body shot by Murallta right now. Competitive round. Did you like Cruz's ring generalship and jabs? Or the right hand by Murallta?
Every chance you get, you gotta throw 2-3 punch combinations, alright? Don't throw one at a time. The other man has one in front to counter, alright? And don't reach in. Don't reach in, alright? That's all he's gonna do. He's gonna keep moving like that, trying to counter 1 punch or 2 at a time. Get him over there.
And Cruz moving to the left right here. Nice jabs. In a competitive round, it was all about the combinations of the jabs that Cruz threw right there. Murallta did land good single shots, but were they enough to sway the judges' thing that Cruz gives you, even the gloves?
Fighting in the...
So Cruz better not be pulling out. That's all about Murallta.
An opening round here for
Murallta.
Jesse Hart, the far more active fighter, but Filippo got the benefit of the doubt from 2 of the judges because he was the one being the aggressor.
Oh, good shot there by Murallta. Murallta has a nice left hook too. He slings it. It's not a compact inside hook, it's on the outside, so Cruz better not be pulling out with his chin up. Normally he has really good technique, but hopefully, you know, the fatigue won't set in and he drops those arms. Murallta will make you pay pulling out.
Murallta's side does believe. Good right hand.
Oh, he's sitting in the pocket in exchange. And Murallta, a little hop in his giddy up there. Thinks he got better of it. This crowd has come to life here.
They're throwing punches with mean intentions. Even when they miss, they punch through their target. They're turning everything behind that left hook. How will Cruz react when he does get clipped with that punch? And how will Murallta respond when he gets hit?
And while Andy Cruz had so much success as an amateur, very little as a pro, he's never come close to going 10 rounds, much less 12.
Now, Andy Cruz has faced some good opponents for a fighter that's 6-0. Guys at this stage of their professional careers are not fighting the kind of guys that Andy Cruz has, but he has not faced anyone on the level of Raymond Murallta. This really is going from C level to A level in this division.
And guys that have never been stopped. Tough Mexican fighters with 30, 40 fights, professional fights.
Round 3. Roger Murallta, El Diamante, Andy Cruz. Cruz has outlanded his professional opponents 1,043 to 268 in total punches.
Yeah, it's basically a 4-to-1 ratio for Andy Cruz. I like the work, though, that Murallta did in that last round. I like that body shot early in this round. Murallta, about 30% of his landed punches are body shots.
And this is what Cruz needs to do. Anytime Murallta gets something started, you come right back. You don't let him take the lead in the dance. You control it.
Overhand right there from Murallta.
And more jabs to the gut. That stops the aggression of front foot fighters like Murallta. Right there, Cruz should be jabbing. There you go. Jabbing upstairs and gutting them downstairs. And that's what Murallta wants. Just touch anything, punch at anything.
Murallta very comfortable fighting here in Las Vegas. This is his 9th appearance. He's 8-0 in Sin City with 7 knockouts. And Chris, there was some debate in the build-up to this fight that this wasn't really a matchup that Murallta wanted. He was kind of forced into taking it.
Yeah, I don't think it was his first choice. I think Floyd Schofield was probably his first choice. Andy Cruz, a very tricky fighter, doesn't bring a big fan base to the table. But look, the IBF, one thing you can say about him is that when they put somebody in the mandatory position, they enforce their rules.
Good punching on the inside by Murallta, and he did the smart thing. He dug on both sides of the body and then dipped, expecting the counters to come from Cruz. Once Cruz starts catching and countering, it's only going to be bad news for the opponent. So that's very smart. Very smart by Murallta, punching and dipping.
Body shots there from Murallta. Cruz fighting off the ropes. But Murallta having some success, forcing the Cuban to throw power shots of his own.
Yeah, I like the fact that Murallta is digging to the body in this round. That is a big part of his game, and that is what's going to slow down the movement of Andy Cruz.
And keep the punches holstered by Andy Cruz. This is a really good run by Murallta, but everything starts from the bottom up. That keeps the guns in check. That keeps the punches at his side.
Murallta showing off his footwork there. Cruz pushing forward.
Live.
We know how
Or
important
not yet.
optics are. Chris Mannix was talking about it. The
Just
aggressor in
seconds.
close rounds tends to get the edge.
Live.
Man, this is to the party girl.
That's how I would describe you. Here we go, round 4, scheduled for 12, and it's been as close as the odds makers thought it would be.
I really like the game plan from Raymond Murallta early. Applying pressure, but smart pressure. He said he wanted to make Andy Cruz think in this fight. He wants to put the mental pressure on him. I think he's had success with that through 3
Yes,
rounds.
he has, and it's not going to stop. It's only going to get more and more because the confidence and the composure is always there with a young Murallta. Good body shot by Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz only 6 pro fights, but he's actually a year older than Murallta, who's 29. Cruz is 30.
And if you're Murallta, I think you have the potential of putting Andy Cruz in the position that he's never been in, which is to be behind in a fight, potentially. These are some very close rounds. But Todd, you mentioned it, Andy Cruz has dominated his first 6 pro fights. He's never really faced the kind of adversity that Murallta can put on him.
That's a great point because normally when you're a boxer and you're in control, then you dictate everything that's happening. But when you're a fighter, you got to push that fight and take the boxing away from this.
And you can see how close this fight is by those CompuBox numbers. Very similar output. Nice jab from Cruz, who's starting to hold his ground a little bit more.
This is it right there. Look, Murallta needs to punch. If it's just on the outside, Cruz is going to have the advantage with that long jab.
With Murallta relentless at moving forward, isn't he?
And cutting off the ring. Look at that. That's a no-no in boxing, stepping over your feet like that backwards. But if Cruz is not going to make you pay.
Good shot from Cruz.
Yeah, both of them exchanging right hands. Cruz got the better of it. Murataya needs to start from the bottom. He's headhunting a little bit too much right now. You get Cruz to stop moving laterally by aiming at the elbows, the biceps, and ribs.
Couple right hands there from Cruz.
I think the risk, though, Sergio, one that Murataya is probably calculating, is that when you go to the body, you expose yourself upstairs. And Andy Cruz is really good with those counter shots.
He is. He's excellent at catching and countering. Good shot there by Cruz on the inside. This is beautiful, beautiful power boxing. Both men just missing with big power shots, but not moving out of the way.
10 seconds.
Another close, competitive round. Good jabs there from Murataya as we wind down the fourth round.
5.
Chris, I got a feeling the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
It's a really, really competitive fight between two high-level guys. But I think for Andy Cruz, you got to win some more of these early rounds clean. With Murataya, in recent fights, you see my scorecard there, 38-38, 2 rounds to 2. Murataya has proven to be very good in the later rounds of the fight. Look at the Abdullayev fight. He won the 9th through the 12th, according to CompuBox numbers. Same thing with Tevin Farmer a couple of fights earlier. Andy Cruz, he's got to win these early rounds because the later territory has been Raymond Murataya's.
Yeah, we don't know what Cruz will do in the 11th and 12th round. Never been there.
And Murataya needs to start throwing that right hand more with mean intentions. Even if it's going to be blocked by the left hand and the high guard of Cruz, he's still going to feel that power. That's your money punch if you're Murataya. And he also needs to catch and counter those punches. He can't let Cruz just go.
You can see in the corner here, they want Murataya to be more of a bully. This is already the toughest fight of Cruz's career.
And Sergio, what I'm noticing is Andy Cruz fighting with his mouth open.
That's a big no-no. He gets hit with a left hook. He can crack his jaw.
Right now, Cruz standing on his ground in the middle of the ring. He spent the majority of this fight walking backwards.
Good jab there by Cruz. You can see Murataya respects that jab. He hasn't been able to trap him and really get anything going in this round. Murataya needs to dig, make it physical like Robert Garcia wants. But right now he's following Andy Cruz around the ring.
Murataya told us yesterday, I respect Cruz, I think he's good, but he's not ready for me.
And now he's definitely ready. A nice right hand met Murataya's face halfway. And this is what makes Andy Cruz such a brilliant boxer right now. He's dangerous on the outside, he's dangerous when he's moving laterally, and now he's switching southpaw. If you let him be in control, he's gonna have it in this gear the entire time. Good body shot there. So both sides though, he got content with just that right hand.
And in these close rounds, the last 10 seconds after that clapper can mean everything.
9.
Late punch here or there can the judges.
Into the second half of the fight, and this is where Raymond Murataya said he's going to take control. He believes he's the stronger fighter because of his experience in these later rounds.
Nice flurry there from Murataya.
Short shot, but Andy Cruz blocked a lot of those. His defense has been pretty good the last round and a half.
Overhand right scores right on the ear. And that backs Cruz up.
There's that off-timing right hand. It deceives opponents because he switches the speed and the timing. So it's hard for Andy Cruz to know what right hand is coming. There's going to be a short one, a long one, a hook, an uppercut, straight laser-like down the pipe.
Would you like to see Cruz in southpaw stance or orthodox?
Either one. I mean, it's the same fight. He's an outside fighter. He relies on the long range. Murallta relies on breaking that range.
Andy Cruz constantly moving. That educated Cuban footwork what made him such a success as an amateur. Murallta relentlessly moving forward. Pressure fighter.
You can hear the corner of Raymond Murallta pleading with him to go to the body.
There we go. That's how you start. Those jabs downstairs. That's what gets the attention. Cruz didn't like those body shots right there. And now the ref swinging towards Murallta.
And again, Murallta touching the body.
10 seconds.
Now Murallta turning southpaw.
5.
I believe Innocent said
And changing the direction of this fight. Cruz gets to get it right back. Good right hand there by Andy Cruz. But back comes Murallta to the body shot.
Andy Cruz said, listen, I know this is not going to be easy. It'll be a great battle. He's the champ for a reason. I have to be at my best to win.
Murallta does a good job hiding behind that big left shoulder every time Andy Cruz tries to land that right hand. So he's adapting well with his defense with Murallta. And he needed it.
Do you think Cruz should play this sort of game more, Sergio, where he posts up here in the middle of the ring and bangs with him a little bit?
No way. You cannot bang with a stronger, bigger fighter than Murallta. That's going to be the recipe for disaster. You have to box, and you got to stick to what your MO is. That's range, mid-range, and outside punching. For Andy Cruz, and of course, digging to the body, even if they're jabs and right hands. Make sure they're straight. Don't hook with Murallta.
Cruz told us everybody in Cuba will be watching this fight. His whole family is cheering him on from Matanzas, Cuba. Started low, finished high, did Cruz. Murallta's punches, though, just look heavier, don't they?
Nice jab out there.
Nice moments here for Cruz.
Yep, and you can see that Murallta trying to hide behind that left shoulder again. Most of those punches didn't land, but it looked good to the eye of the judges. And Andy Cruz, even though none of those punches landed cleanly, he's still controlling the action and controlling, keeping Murallta at bay.
Well, look, it depends on where the judge is sitting. Those punches may have looked like they landed if the fighter's back was to them.
Exactly. And this is the round that Cruz needed.
10 seconds.
For Cruz, and he knows it.
Gotta win his round, man.
You heard him, sir.
The timing, even though they're flat-footed, he has a nice...
Gotta win his round, man. Gotta win his...
You heard him, Sergio. He's telling Andy Cruz to try and back Murallta up. Says he can't fight going backwards.
Well, listen, anytime you have a puncher, that's what you want to do, is try to back him up. You want to back up the bully, but the bad news is Raymond Murallta has really smart feet. He has boxer's feet. Even though they're flat-footed, he has a nice feet to them.
And there was Cruz trying to push Murallta back, who answers there with a left hook.
I love how Murallta anticipates where his opponent's head's going to be. You can see that the timing and the accuracy in their right hand is probably on the side of Andy Cruz, but Murallta adapts nicely.
Good right hand there for Cruz. with Chris Mannix.
Robert, what are you seeing in there?
Look, it's a very close fight. We want Raymond to make it a little more physical, backing him up, throwing more punches.
What do you want him doing with that pressure?
Yeah, just throw more punches, go to the body more often, and finish up with the head.
Nice little up left hand there from Andy Cruz.
And they're not hard shots, Todd. They're just touching.
They're amateur shots.
Yeah, but that's what makes this amateur great, so difficult as a professional. Even against a world champion like Raymond Murallta. Good shot right there from Murallta. And that's what I'm talking about, that right hand. Radar-like right hand, man. The more information this man downloads, the closer and closer he gets to landing that big shot, that big right hand that Murallta has. And always applying and forcing pressure.
Bozy Ennis was stressing to Andy Cruz, listen, we've got to win these rounds convincingly. This is his home, basically. Listen to the crowd. The judges will be influenced.
And Andy Cruz can look off a shot like that from Murallta, act like he rolled with, but that still landed. That was still a good, clean shot from Murallta.
An extremely close, competitive fight. Cruz back on the back foot again.
There we go. See that? Those are shots right there. Even though nothing landed clean, but digging to the body. Close round, you're forced to give the round to whoever's being active, whoever's trying to dig. Cruz went away from the jab. He was controlling Murallta from the outside with that long jab. But he's not jabbing him anymore.
10 seconds.
Nice shot there from Murallta. And when Cruz acts like that, I think a lot of judges say, hey, that means that's
5.
Game plan. I think Andy Cruz knew that Raymond Murallta was going to try to assert his size in this fight, put pressure. We've seen Murallta do that in the past. Murallta, though, probably feels like this aggression's working for him, and I think it is. I just think it is a highly competitive fight that's going to reflect out on the scorecard.
Well, how do you have it scored?
I've got Raymond Murallta leading 86-85 through 9 rounds. A lot of competitiveness, but I thought the pressure of Murallta in that last round was enough to edge it.
Well, Cruz has two things working against him. We mentioned the hometown crowd, but also the fact that Murallta is the one on the front foot and is following him around and putting the pressure on.
I think that could be a huge factor when it comes to these scorecards. It's not like he's just following around throwing nothing punches or following around and throwing no punches. His hands are moving in this fight. And Andy Cruz's defense is excellent. He is an elite defensive fighter. But when you got Murallta coming forward, throwing punches and punches, that is going to be noticed by judges.
This is high-level boxing, ladies and gentlemen, on display here in the fight capital of the world. It's a 50-50 fight when it started, and it seems to be a 50-50 fight right now.
In a loaded lightweight division, these two can hang with anybody in the best. I'm talking about the Tanks, the Shakurs, and anyone else.
And don't forget about Abdullah Mason, the WBO champ.
The new champ, absolutely. Loaded lightweight division, man, and I want to see them all fight, but for right now, this is a great fight, great exhibition of beautiful boxing and aggression on the inside.
Neither fighter has really been hurt in this fight. Did someone really step up? And look at the total punches thrown and landed so close. 7 landed punches separate these two fighters. They're both going to think they've won it when the final bell rings. Can one of these two men separate themselves here over the final 3 rounds?
Jab, Andy Cruz, that's been such a huge weapon for him in his professional career. He's got to keep sticking that out there.
Just like that.
These kind of finishes
The
the round
second.
are great for Andy Cruz. Stick the jab, make Murallta miss.
Five.
Championship rounds here. And urgency right now. Gotta win these last two. Can't afford to give it away. Sergio, what's going to be the difference down the stretch?
The jab. The jab for both these fighters, because Andy Cruz has landed clean jabs, power jabs, and once Murallta got past that, he digged to the body. But right now, he's having a hard time tracking down Andy Cruz because he's not jabbing. Double, triple the jab, and aim at the chest of Andy Cruz.
And Sergio, it seems to me, last round into this one, Cruz got a little bit of spring in his step here.
Oh, nice left hand. That buckled the knees momentarily on Cruz.
And just as I say that, Murallta lands one of his best punches of the fight.
And then Cruz determined to get it back. That's what you want to see from your fighter. He gets you, you get him.
Now we saw Harvey Dock, the referee, jump in there for a moment. Haven't seen him have to do much work.
Yeah.
Not a lot of holding, clinching in this fight. Just two guys fighting high level.
Nice combination there from Danger Murallta.
None of those punches were pulled back or recoiled. Everything was short and tight and strong. I mean, what a fighter Murallta is, man.
Murallta dropped his hands and Cruz made him pay.
I'm really impressed with Raymond Murallta. For a man named Danger, this man could be so finesseful with his danger, with his footwork, with his intelligence. And Andy Cruz, he's right there just matching him.
That's a great point, Sergio. Andy Cruz probably has best footwork this side of Shakur Stevenson, among the best footwork in boxing. And Raymond Murallta is just staying with him every time.
Body shots, yeah, from Murallta. Cruz had his arms down to block him, but you could still hear the thuds.
When he throws those body shots, then the attention in the close round goes to Murallta.
Nice right hand from Cruz.
With a short right hand, he slowed it down. That's what I'm talking about on the off speed of his punches. He does change-ups. He slows them down and speeds it up, but everything with that right hand. He slowed down that punch right there and landed cleanly on Diamante.
Swing and a miss from
The
Murallta.
second.
Cruz stands his ground.
Murallta just missed with a big left uppercut.
And we head to the 12th.
Five.
But this fight is razor close. 105-104, hanging in the balance as we begin this 12th
It
round.
can go either way. I mean, this is just brilliant. I just hope they keep warning Murallta for low blows. I would hate for a point deduction in such a tight fight.
Harvey Dock has been around way too long. There is no chance Harvey Dock takes a point away at this stage of this kind of fight.
Murallta, you can tell, has stepped up the pace in this round. He knows what's on the line.
There you go, punch with your free hand. Look at Murallta.
Nice little bit of body work there from Murallta. Came back up with the uppercut. Not huge consequential punches, but he's throwing here when he gets inside on Andy Cruz.
Keep in mind, this is the first time Andy Cruz has ever seen a 12th round. He's going to try and sit down on some of these punches. Nice left to the jaw from Cruz. Murallta answers back with a sweeping left hand.
Now, if you caught on the corner of your eye, the entire corner of Raymond Murallta, when they catch his eye, they're waving him in. They want relentless pressure over these last 70 seconds.
Nice combination from Murallta.
Explosive combination showing hand speed. I mean, what a fighter, Murallta. Power, footwork, speed, intelligence.
This has been the California Natives round so far for sure. Cruz needs to find something in the final 50 seconds.
Big, heavy right hand. Cutting right hand landed by murallta right there. It's like slipping away from Andy Cruz. He needs to have this round big, and he's not doing it.
That one was on the gloves, but it got a reaction from Cruz. 30 seconds left. Many in the crowd on their feet here. A lot of Cubans in the house as well.
Beautiful jab by Andy Cruz right there. But not enough to keep murallta off.
Seconds.
10 seconds to go.
I would hate to be a judge in this fight. This is as good as it gets in boxing and fighting.
Judges scored one side.
Fight looks exact.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but it definitely
Wins this fight. Wins this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a nice round of applause out here for both of these fighters. After 12 rounds of action here in Las Vegas, we go to the judges' score totals, and they read as follows. Max DeLuca, 114 even.
It's a tie.
Tim Cheatham, 118-110. Steve Weisfeld, 116-112. Both for your winner by majority decision. And still...
Yes!